When you think of the fastest players in the NFL, who do you think of? Maybe Tariq Woolen, Tyreek Hill, basically the entire Dolphins roster? Well, today I answered that question, at least in Madden, and I built the fastest team possible. And today, we're going to not only see how this team can do year one, just as a team of the fastest players, but we're going to rebuild this team and see how good we could make it by obviously only adding other really fast players through the draft and maybe free agency if some of these players regress and there end up being faster ones. And I, of course, did one of these before that was similar, but I did a fantasy draft. But y'all really seemed to enjoy that video. I think we got up to like a few thousand likes on that one. So if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like. Let's see if we can get to 1,500 likes. I'm sure we can because of the last one. So if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like. It sounds stupid, but it really, really helps out the channel more than you could even imagine. And if you like Madden rebuilds, you are definitely in the right place, so be sure to subscribe, because that is literally all I do. We are very close to 20,000 subscribers, trying to hit it very soon, possibly within the next week. And plus, if you subscribe, you can call yourself an OG of the channel. And let me know down below any fun rebuild ideas y'all might have, because if I pick your comment and do that idea, I will give you a shout out and all that good stuff. But that's enough plugging. And let's get a little bit of a closer look at this team. Y'all have probably looked at it enough already, so I'm not going to spend too much time, but obviously our quarterback is Lamar Jackson. I mean, wearing number 12, that's awful. I need to change that. That's cursed. All right, there we go. Much better. No, but Lamar Jackson, I think he has the most rushing yards in a season for a quarterback ever. Justin Fields actually might have broke that last year. I'm not 100% sure, but either way, is very fast and is just a good quarterback in general. The receiving core is obviously amazing. I thought it would be maybe a little better. It's kind of just Tyreek Hill, and then Jalen Waddle's really good, but outside of them, it's not like anything crazy. Marquise Brown is obviously a good receiver too. Jamison Williams, if not suspended, could be pretty good. It's a good receiving core, we'll say that. How many Dolphins are on this team? I see 5 on offense with Teron Armstead, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Raheem Mostert, Devon Achane. That's a lot. The Dolphins, they go for speed, apparently. And then, obviously, our defense isn't as strong as our offense. But we do have players like Micah Parsons, Montez Sweat, Tariq Woolen, Ed Oliver. Like, we have some good players, but corner is probably a big problem for us. I'm surprised, kind of. Speed seems like one of the most important things for corner, at least for me, so they can keep up with those really quick receivers in the NFL, but the fastest ones aren't great for the most part, at least according to Madden. But our defense is young, and of course we can add more players in the future, but that's all the talking I want to do about this team. Is that English? That's probably English, I don't know. Let's get into this actual rebuild of the team. We have 3 upgrade points for Jonathan Taylor for some reason. We'll take that. And let's get to the midseason point of year 1, and let's see how this team can do. Okay, well, at the midseason point of year 1, we are 6-1. This team is very good. Our defense does kind of suck, like I was saying, at a 79. It's kind of a jarring team to look at. I mean, 95 offense, 79 defense. Also, I'm surprised this offensive line is as good as it is. Maybe speed is an important thing for linemen? I don't know. But anyways, we're doing really, really well. I'm not going to click on the next man up scenario. I don't want an injury to happen in a franchise where injuries are turned off. Thanks, EA. But we have some re-signings to make here. Is it going to be anybody important? Kinda. Jonathan Taylor and Jalen Waddle. Okay. And we do not have much cap to work with. Oh, I guess Jalen Waddles is just a 5th-year option. The problem with this team is it is going to get very expensive. And that might be starting already. Because I don't think we can get Jonathan Taylor back, at least not on a regular contract, but we might be able to tag him eventually. And of course, he does not accept it. So we'll have to try to re-sign him at the end of the year, of course, if we can. But I guess worst case, we'll just tag him. So with that, nothing else for us to do here, so let's get to the end of year 1, and hopefully we can finish as well as we're doing right now. We'll see. Okay, and we do finish pretty well. Definitely not as good as the first half of the year. We finished 6-4, but that's still good. It's still a winning record. We'll take it. I've seen a lot worse collapses than that, believe me. Unfortunately, we got blown out by the Bills in Week 18, 38-20. I guess it's not technically a blowout, but they were really good. They were 16-1. Also, isn't 38-20 the actual score the Bills beat the Dolphins by? Or no, it was like 48-20, but still. Weird that it was that close to real life. But let's check out how the team did this year. Obviously not a rushing offense here, well, not a quarterback rushing offense here, but Lamar Jackson was still good. 3,900 yards, 34 touchdowns, 9 picks, 77% completion percentage. Okay, and 9.3 yards per attempt. That's an insane pair of stats right there. Jonathan Taylor had over 1,500 yards, 4.9 yards per carry, 18 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns for Raheem Mostert. The receiving wasn't as crazy as it is in real life for this team. I feel like they're more run heavy here. I guess they have been running a lot in real life this year, but they've also been passing more than this. But 1,300 yards and 17 touchdowns for Tyreek Hill. Not much outside of that, though. Kyle Pitts I feel bad for him at this point, going to another offense that just doesn't use him. Poor Kyle Pitts, dude. He's probably one of the, I don't want to say biggest busts, but he's been a little bit of a bust so far for sure, but it is literally not his fault at all. He just doesn't get used for the Falcons. But the blocking here was very nice, surprisingly. Normally it seems like the better offensive line you have, the worse it does for whatever reason, but it held up really, really well here. And Devin White led the team in tackles with 119, tackles for loss 16 for Oliver, 15 for Sweat, 14 for Micah Parsons, and sacks 17 for Micah Parsons led the team, 7 for Oliver, 6.5 for Williams. I wish Sweat did better though, only 5.5 sacks for him, but hopefully, as the years go on, he does better. We'll see though. And then interceptions, not many, only 10 total? 3 for Simmons and Wolin, 2 for Jacorian Bennett, and then 1 for Devin White and Andre Sisco. But MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. Surprisingly, Lamar all the way down at 7. I guess just not many yards for him, but still. And I would switch the offense to a more quarterback run-heavy offense, but I mean, it's working, so I'm not going to mess with it. If it starts to suck, though, I might just go with the Ravens offense or something. But Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC goes to Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor at 3, Tyreek Hill at 4. It's weird that it went to 2 QBs, though. Normally, you have to go all the way down here to see QBs. Also, Kadarius Toney up there. Okay. Von Miller, dude, hold on. I legitimately have a theory about this game. It seems like every single time I use a team, division rivals sweep the Offensive Player and Defensive Player of the Year awards. Not literally every single time, but if I were to use say the Broncos, Chris Jones definitely would have won it. If I were to use I don't know, the Titans, Josh Allen maybe would have won it. I don't know. It's so weird to me that always seems to happen. But Offensive Rookie of the Year here goes to Zay Flowers. No Dolphins up here, and Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Tyree Wilson. He has been awful in real life, so it's definitely interesting to see him. Jacorian Bennett at number 4, DJ Turner at number 7, Trenton Simpson at number 10. We'll take it. No award winners, but at least some players did well. Also, wait, did I just miss Micah Parsons? Or did I name him and I just already forgot? That's probably what happened. I'm stupid, but yeah, Micah Parsons was at 3. Maybe I did name him. I don't know. Or I just got too busy ranting about this game. Either one is pretty likely. But in the wild card here, we're going to be taking on the 8-9 Jacksonville Jaguars. They were not a very good team. They were 18th in points per game, 17th in points allowed per game. I guess our defense was only slightly better, but still, I just have a feeling that we're going to lose this game, but we have a first of many scenario. Give us those sweet, juicy staff points. And I guess we'll see how far the all-speed team can go in the playoffs, but we will go play it cool. Y'all know me. The color of that background was satisfying, that fucking turquoise, teal, whatever you want to call it. But in the battle of turquoise/teal teams, let's see who can get a win here. I hope we don't get upset, but we probably will. No, we do get a win, 34-13. We smoked them, as we should. We had 8 overall on them. We are a much better team. But now, we're going to be taking on the 16-1 Buffalo Bills. Also, by the way, Madden finally fixed the glitch where it actually shows what we did in the last week, like the score of our last game. There was a glitch where it just showed like the NFL draft logo right there and like a number over it, like the year number, like 2023 would be over the top of it. I don't know how they broke that, but they did, and I can't wait to find out what they broke in this update. I haven't seen anything extra yet, but I'm sure I will, sooner rather than later. They always seem to break something. But the Bills had the #1 offense in the NFL, somehow better than our 96 overall offense, despite them only having an 84 offense. And they had the #3 defense, which they maybe should have had a better defense than that even. They have an 88 overall defense. But we have a recap for the first of many. Now give us those sweet and juicy staff points, please and thank you. A whole 7 of them. What is the new logo for like the Madden game file? I'm trying to, it looks like, it's so small on my computer screen. It looks like Mewtwo or something. That looks so weird. I don't know what that is. Hold on, what is it? I need to figure it out. I deadass still can't see it looking at it closer. Is it Randy Moss? It almost looks like Randy Moss. I can't believe I called Randy Moss Mewtwo. I don't know, either way. We have a hot opponent scenario for the Bills here. I almost want to go insult opponent just because I know we're screwed either way, but we'll go be confident. We have the better roster by a decent amount, but unfortunately, I don't think we're going to win this one. But let's see if we can somehow manage to get a win here. Oh, we do. Okay, we'll definitely take that. Is it easier to win a Super Bowl with a good team now? I don't want to spoil it, but I have something recorded for like an upcoming little thing. We'll call it that. And I guess we didn't win the Super Bowl, but we at least made it and got close to winning. I don't know. It's probably just lucky right now, but maybe they made it so actual decent teams can win a Super Bowl. I don't know. But we have a recap for the hot opponent. I think this gives us like morale or something boring. I mean, it helps, but I want XP. Lane Johnson's bald ass head. Oh yeah, it gives us like +10 break tackle, player ec, whatever. Oh, it does give us 2,500 XP. Okay, we'll take it. But in the conference championship, we're going to be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. No other scenarios here. We are once again a better team. They have a better record because EA, but we are 3 overall better than them. But let's see if we can somehow pull off a win. And we unfortunately do not. We lose 28-21 in the conference championship, and it's going to be I don't know how I feel about a Bengals-Packers Super Bowl, but it is what it is. I guess the Bengals are at least a really good team on paper, just underperforming right now because Joe Burrow's hurt and Zach Taylor looks bad again. But I guess we'll see who wins it. The Bengals smoke the Packers 38-14. What a boring Super Bowl that would be. Unless you're a Bengals fan, of course. But now, let's get into the offseason and let's see if we can add even better fast players to this team. We, of course, have some re-signings to make. We actually have money now. Okay, cool. Jonathan Taylor went up to X Factor. Kinda unsurprisingly, but I guess a little surprising. That doesn't really make sense, but you know what I mean. 4 years, 56 mil, and he does re-sign. And then Jalen Waddle, we will, should we pick up the 5th year? That's a lot of money, but I guess we will. I wish I could just extend him right now. And then Nazee Johnson, I guess I'll re-sign just because he's one of the parts of this team, but okay, I guess not. Never mind. We'll replace him. Shouldn't be hard to do as he is a 66 overall. But let's get into free agency. I don't think we're going to do anything in free agency. I guess it just depends on if there are any really fast players here that gain speed throughout the year. Why did I not see Kirk Merritt before? Did he gain speed throughout the year? I'm not adding a 61 overall, but he must have gained speed. Same with Nazee Johnson, because I think he only had like 93 speed, but now he has 94. I guess we'll try to re-sign him, even though that's not interesting. And I forgot to get the fastest kicker and punter, but Kaimi Fairbairn was the fastest kicker, so I guess we're doing it now. I don't know what the fuck I just did. Hold on. We'll sign him for 4 years. And the fastest punter is Matt Hack. I think a former Dolphin, so that's fitting. I'm pretty sure. Not great, but he is the fastest. So let's see if we can sign these 3 super exciting players. Kaimi Fairbairn, Matt Hack, and Nazee Johnson. 3 elites of the NFL. And we do sign them. Cool. But now we're going to get to the draft, and how the draft is going to work is I'm not going to be like too strict with it. I feel like that would just be kind of annoying for me and for the people watching, so I'm just going to get players with... I'm going to lean more towards elite speed, but if they have great, I might take them. I guess it just depends. But what position do I even want to target? Maybe corner, but DJ Turner developed a lot throughout the year. I guess we do still need a number 3, and then maybe linebacker, but again, Trenton Simpson developed a little bit. I guess Isaiah Simmons didn't develop that much. Maybe a safety too. I guess we'll just see when we get there. So let's get to the draft and let's see what we can do. Okay, well, in the draft, the Colts have the number 1 overall pick. I guess that's what happens when we steal Jonathan Taylor, but they don't really have him in real life anyways, so apparently it really matters here. Also, I did find a new glitch. The 2024 is now stuck over, I guess, the logo of the team picking. At least that's not too annoying of a glitch. I'll take that being the one new glitch. I'm fine with it. But we pick at number 30, of course. And what do we even want to do with this pick? There were a few players at positions that we need, but I don't know. Ooh, okay. The one corner I wanted, the one I guess that could be fast enough, is the best looking one too, in Ruben Claxton. He ran a 4.34 at the Combine, 4.33 at his Pro Day, obviously elite speed. I think that'll be quick enough for this team, but either way, we're gonna keep him. Looks really good outside of his play rec. And obviously, he's just a pure first-round talent. He is probably gonna have normal dev, although I don't know, he is fast, so maybe not, but I'm gonna expect the worst, but hope for the best. He's only 22 years old, out of Purdue. Let's go with Ruben Claxton. And he does have normal. Only 95 speed, surprisingly. I guess that's about right, but either way, I do think he's a good player. He'll probably be like a 76, I would guess. And now in the second round, there were a few more players that I was looking at. Let's see if they're still available. None of them looked great, but oh god, this guy looks awful. Bryce Kitchen. He has good awareness and play rec, but that's literally it. Maybe he has good finesse and power moves. Maybe we should move him to like edge or something. I mean, it's A to B and B to C. I don't know if they're actually going to be good though. The other ones I was looking at is, I guess Devin Armstead was the only safety I was looking at, and he looks probably even worse. There is nothing good about him other than his hit power, but who cares? Is there like someone else we can take? I don't want any of these guys. How about a receiver? A good old classic receiver. I didn't even look at him because we just have so many already. The fastest one isn't even that fast. Drew Zimmerman with 4.35 speed. I mean, that's fast, but meh. And I guess the fastest tight end is Steve Sidney. He looks okay, but he isn't supposed to go for a while, so I don't know. We're really in a predicament here. Don't know if I've ever used that word, unironically at least. Well, I guess that was a little ironic, but still. Is everybody just not that fast in this class? Is that what's going on here? Antonio Howard ran a 4.42. That's fine for a running back. You know what? He actually looks decent looking at his rating. I don't know if he's good, but Raheem Mostert probably lost speed because he's old, so let's take Antonio Howard. Normal dev, who would have guessed? But he could be decent, we'll see. What an elite second round pick, huh? Oh, the Lions picked right before us. They would know something about taking a not that great running back super early in the draft. Unfortunately, the linebacker I wanted is gone, but maybe that's a blessing in disguise because he looked awful. Everyone I wanted is gone. So I'll take the rest of these picks, obviously, so we can get fast players, but I will see y'all at the end of the draft. Okay, well, here is a look at what we did in the draft. Not the best draft ever, but I guess not the worst considering, you know, we're doing a challenge here. Ruben Claxton is a 76 overall, exactly what I expected. I'm too good. I need to be stopped. 69 play rec and awareness. Dude, he's just super aware of the 69, I guess. I don't know. I'm hilarious. Does look good. I think he'll be our number 3. I don't think Jacorian Bennett developed that much, so yeah, I think he'll be our number 3. Antonio Howard's okay. He's a 71. And then we really didn't get much else. I think most of these guys are going to make the team except for Rashad Arthur, but he was the fastest defensive tackle and still only 75 speed, but I didn't expect him to be fast enough anyways. I don't know why I took him. But you know, at least we got one starter, so we'll take it. And let's get into your number 2. But here's a look at the team heading into year number 2. Not much has changed, like, at all. I don't think anything changed on offense other than, like, depth, I guess. And obviously, you know, the team developed. I guess that's the big part here, but same thing with the defense. I guess we do have at least one new starter, like I've said, in Ruben Claxton. Hopefully he can be good, we'll see. Good speed, obviously. I was thinking he would be a little faster, but still really good speed. Was the fastest corner, so it's not like I really had another choice anyways. But yeah, we're up to an 89 overall now. 96 offense, 81 defense. Hopefully our defense can do a little better this year. It still isn't a great overall, obviously, but we'll just see what happens. But let's get to the midseason point of year 2, and let's see what this team can do. Okay, well, in year 2, we are unfortunately worse at the midseason, despite having like a considerably better team. But I guess looking at our stats, we are a little worse, but not much. Our defense is really good, which it shouldn't be. It's only an 81, but our offense should be better. We're the second offense, which is cool, but I would guess we're the best on paper by like at least 8 overall, I would guess. Let me see. The Raiders of all teams have an 85. That's the best I see so far. And the Eagles, and the Cowboys. The Chiefs have an 87, and that is the best one. So we have the best offense by 9 overall, but we're still not first. Because why would we be? We have a good amount of upgrades here, though, unsurprisingly. Damn, DJ Turner up to an 81 overall. Now with 84 man coverage and 67 zone, a little bit lopsided there. Ruben Claxton got a 2 overall upgrade, now up to a 78. God, the slot upgrade for corners is so broken. If you want man coverage, of course, 2 overall upgrade for Jacorian Bennett. It's basically a free 2 overall upgrade for man corners. But we have a lot more re-signings this year, it's probably a lot of defensive players. That's probably why our defense is doing well. Yep, that's exactly what it is. I mean, it's nobody crazy that we couldn't live without, but it is a lot of them, I'll say that. DJ Turner we definitely want back, though. It looks like he is the best one here. We will offer him 5 years, 31 mil, and he does resign. I'm gonna prioritize the starters for sure, and we'll think about the backups, because I mean, they are technically part of the team, but we're not going to be able to afford the rest of the starters if we re-sign all of our backups. You know what I mean? But Trenton Simpson is technically a starter, 4 years, 32 mil. He does take it. Isaiah Simmons is a starter, 4 years, 22 mil, and he doesn't take it. All right, I don't like you anyways. He had a dirty ass hit on Gino. I think multiple of them during the Seahawks-Giants game. Adetomiwa Adebawore, I don't know if we really need him back. I mean, he's just third string. Like, yeah, it's mostly backups for the rest of this. So if we can bring these guys back, we definitely will. We have a 5th year for Jameson Williams. That's funny. We're not paying him 20 mil to sit on the bench. But with that, that's all there is for us to do here. So let's get to the end of the year, and we'll see if we can finish as one of the top teams in the NFL again. But you never know. It is EA we're talking about here. Okay, well, here we are at the end of year number 2, and if you've seen one of my videos before, y'all know why we're here. Before I reveal how we did in year number 2, I'm not gonna plug the usual shit here. I'm just gonna take like 2 seconds to say, be sure to turn on notifications for the channel if you have not already. Really trying to grow the channel really hard right now, so if you want to be one of the first people to ever see these videos and make sure you never miss one of these banger rebuilds, turn on notifications, because all I post are, of course, banger rebuilds, and I'm the greatest YouTuber to ever live. And I've teased this before, but expect it really soon. Expect maybe daily uploads very soon, within the next few weeks or so. But that's all I'm gonna plug. I'm done. Don't worry. Don't murder me. And in year number 2 of the all-speed rebuild, we finished 13-4, doing better than last year, thankfully. We have a 97 overall offense. I mean, assuming it doesn't fall apart, we could be up to a 99 overall. As soon as this season, maybe. If we get like one of those hot opponent scenarios or something, or like, I don't know, just some scenario that gives us a ton of morale in the playoffs, I'm not saying it will happen, it's really unlikely, but we could get up close to a 99. And then our defense is up to an 83. I mean, it's solid, but yeah, it's just fine. I'm surprised it's not a higher overall, though. I mean, we don't really have that many players starting that are too far below an 83, and we have Micah Parsons at a 99, Sweat at an 88, Oliver at an 87, so I don't know. But let's super quick check out our season stats. Lamar, really similar year to last year, just less interceptions, 3,800 yards, almost 3,900, which I think is what he had last year. 34 touchdowns, only 4 picks though. 75% completion percentage. He was very good. Jonathan Taylor, almost 1,500 yards, close-ish, I guess. 4.9 per carry, 12 touchdowns. Receiving yards, 1,400 yards for Tyreek, 13 touchdowns, but of course, not too much outside of him. The blocking was good. Tristan Wirfs wasn't amazing, but he was fine. I've definitely had much worse from better players. And Chris Lindstrom joins the all-castration team, of course. I'm sure he's in it many times over already, but if you don't know, it is my imaginary list of players that don't allow a sack in a season, so we'll take it. Did Lamar only get sacked like 20 times or something? Only 16 sacks taken. Interesting. And then on defense, Isaiah Simmons led the team with 116 tackles. Tackles for loss, we had a lot, led by Micah Parsons getting 18, and then sacks, 20 and a half for Micah Parsons. But if we didn't have him, we wouldn't have much going for us. We had Ed Oliver with 8, Milton Williams with 5.5, and Montez Sweat with only 4.5. Not great. And then interceptions, again, not an amazing amount, but I guess we shouldn't expect a whole lot from our defense because it isn't the best in the world yet. But interceptions, 3 for Ruben Claxton, 2 for Simmons, Hill, and Turner, and then that's it. 9 total, even less than last year. But MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. Lamar at number 4, we'll take that. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Josh Jacobs. Tyreek at number 4, Lamar at number 5. Defensive Player of the Year, of course, goes to Von Miller. Micah Parsons at number 2. What did Von Miller do then? I guess we'll have to check in a second. But Offensive Rookie of the Year went to Maurice Newkirk for the Raiders. What a goofy name. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year went to Keyshawn Johnson for the Patriots. It's like Keyshawn Johnson, but not, I guess. And then Ruben Claxton at number 7. I guess we'll take having somebody up there. But what did Von Miller do? He's like 40 years old, coming off of an ACL tear, I'm pretty sure. And he had 21 and a half sacks. All right. How old is he here? Probably 37? Oh, only 35? I guess he's not as old as I think he is in real life. He feels like 36 to me in real life, but I guess he's only 34 right now? I mean, that's still old, but yeah, I don't know. Probably too old to be getting 21 and a half sacks. Maybe that's just me, though. But we're going to be taking on the New York Jets in the playoffs. Of course, only an 82 overall, but still somehow making the playoffs at 10-7 because the division rival effect in Madden. I guess that's what I'm going to call it now. Whenever I see our division rival doing weirdly well. Just another thing for me to complain about, because I'm sure you guys aren't sick of that. But let's just simulate the week here, and let's see if we can get a win against the Jets. If we lose this game. Okay, we thankfully win. It was probably closer than it should have been, considering we now have 8 overall on the Jets. They were an 82 and we are a 90, but at least we get a win. I won't complain about that. We have some upgrades too. Kyle Pitts, it's not like we use him anyways though, but a few somewhat important ones, I guess. But we are once again going to be taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, the team that took us out last year. We again have the better overall team. We are a 90 to their 86. I think they were an 85 last year, and we were like an 89, so I think it was about the same difference at least. But with that, let's see if we can get a win. Probably not. Okay, we surprisingly do. Another close game. We're gonna give our fans heart attacks. It's like being a Seahawks fan in real life. Except for when they play the Giants, apparently. But we beat them 24-21. We'll take it. And now we're going to be taking on the also 13-4, but only 85 overall, Las Vegas Raiders. More upgrades for us here. Tyler Linderbaum, we'll take it. Jabril Cox. Is he even on a team right now? Oh, the Commanders signed him to their practice squad. I did not know that. Also, I'm sorry if you heard me typing on my phone against my desk. It probably came through on the mic. But anyways, we have a 10 overall better offense than the Raiders. Our defenses are the same overall, so we should realistically smoke them, but we are probably going to lose this game. I know I've been pessimistic for all of them, but the Raiders are broken in this game. It's going to take some luck to get this win, but let's see if we can pull it off. And unfortunately, we do not. We lose to a 5 overall worst team in the Las Vegas Raiders, and now we have back-to-back championship game losses, so you hate to see it. It's going to be a Raiders-Cowboys Super Bowl. Yeah, no thanks. I'm I'm good. Have those two teams ever been good at the same time? Like, maybe in the 90s or 80s or something, but like, have they ever met in a Super Bowl or anything? Apparently not. We have a 99 overall offense. Wait, it happened. That's a first. I'm surprised. What even got better? I guess Kyle Pitts got an upgrade? Is that what pushed us over the edge? I don't know. But I have never had a 99 offense, and still, that is apparently not good enough to win a Super Bowl in Madden. You hate to see it. Even an all-pro level team cannot be better than the playbooks in this game. But let's simulate this game and see who wins the Super Bowl, I guess. The Loud Fans Super Bowl. It is the Raiders winning 28-21. Cool. Should have been us, but cool. And now, in terms of re-signings, who do we have here? Of course, the fifth year for Jameson Williams. We're not paying a fourth-string receiver $23 million, so we're not going to do that, believe it or not. Nolan Smith is interested and not that expensive. We'll pay him 2 years, $16.8 mil. He does re-sign. Good third pass rusher. Not that he's ever going to do anything here, but he's good at least. Devon Achane, 2 years, $7.2 mil. He's already due for a contract? Why? Is he not just on a 4-year deal? Just a rookie contract? Apparently not. 2 years, $7.2 mil. He resigns. Isaiah Simmons, I'm good. Most of the other players here are just depth. In worst case scenario, we could just re-sign them. Atabare, I guess I'll re-sign because he might get a little playing time, and he does re-sign. But again, we could just get cheaper players at all these positions. You know what? Let's let all those players go. I want to check something because we do have a big position of need. It's someone we just lost. Okay, they're not as fast as Isaiah Simmons, but there are a couple fast middle linebackers. One of the fastest ones is one of the players I wanted to draft, but he got taken before I could get him. It is Bryce Kitchen, and he is decent. I didn't think he was very good, but he's not too bad. I wonder if we could trade for him. I don't think he's a starter. They probably have Nick Bolton, so I want to see if we could get him, just to be solid in case we can't get anyone else at that position. He's more expensive than he should be, though, so I don't know. Do you want Channing Tindall? I'm sure you do. Oh, they actually do. Okay. Well, we upgrade at linebacker. I don't even know if that 4th round pick was necessary, but it's there, so I doubt we would have even gotten any value with that 4th round pick anyways. But let's actually give a quick look to free agency. We'll see if there is anybody there. Just a lot of players we let go. Ooh, we could go for JOK. Maybe I should have checked before we traded for one, but I mean, nothing I can do about that now. The more I think about it, the more I realize how stupid that trade was, so let's just not think about it. How about that? Let's just not worry about it. Okay, well, these are the players we're going for in free agency. A lot of just re-signings. The only really upgrade to our team is JOK. He'll be our number 1 linebacker. There is a star dev tackle here that's cool, I guess. He's fast. He has 76 speed. That's pretty good. I mean, I don't even know if I would have 76 speed, and he's 305 pounds, so he might be faster than me. I'm not sure. Probably. It's almost like he's a professional athlete, and I'm not. What am I talking about? We're just going for depth here, pretty much, in JOK. Let's see if any of these players sign. None of the important ones do. We get some depth players, though, including the tackle I might be faster than, but probably not. We still do have the lead for JOK, Quez Watkins, and Elijah Higgins. Let's see if they sign. JOK thankfully does, but... Oh, and so does Quez Watkins. I don't care if we get Elijah Higgins. I barely even knew who he was coming out of the draft. Wasn't he a receiver, though? I thought he was a receiver. I don't know. I don't care. Let's get to the draft. Okay, well, in the draft, the Broncos have the number 1 pick. We do not pick until number 30. But that's fine, because I don't know what to do with this pick. I'm gonna be honest. We might trade it. Is there like a really fast... God, what do we even need? Like maybe a really good corner or a safety or something? I mean, the last time I did a trade, it didn't work out super well with Bryce Kitchen, but that was only a 4th round pick anyway, so who cares? Let me see if there is a good corner or safety we could go for. There's Demarius Keenan from the Saints. I almost said Raiders. He's a superstar dev corner with 96 speed. He seems hard to trade for. I don't know if we would be able to get him. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, the Saints don't even have the cap because apparently getting rid of cap space would put them under the cap. That makes sense. Thanks, EA. How about safeties? No, we pretty much just have the fastest ones. I mean, we could go for Justin Reed, but like, I don't want to, so we're not going to. Ooh, we could technically go for George Kittle again. I don't really care enough to, so I'm not going to because we already have Kyle Pitts and we don't use tight end anyway. anyways, so I'm good. There's also a 99 speed receiver, Brian Henderson, with superstar dev. That's interesting. I didn't see him unless he was like a really high pick or something. Oh, he was a 7th overall pick at only a 70 overall. Okay, that's why. Yikes. He was probably only like a 67 when they picked him too, because he has superstar dev. But anyways, we're just gonna end up taking this pick. Is there anybody good we can go with? Ooh, Oscar Scott, this running back, is very fast, but that's about where the compliments end, because he doesn't look that good. We could just go with him. Somehow a 4.35, a 4.28 at his pro day is only great speed and not elite, but okay. Or did I say good, not great? I meant great, not elite. I don't know what I said. I don't know the words that come out of my mouth half the time. But to be honest, that running back might be the only player here that is, like, fast enough to make the team. Harold Bassey looks good, like, really good, but he's not, like, insanely fast. He's really fast, but not elite speed. Ooh, Ryan Miller, this tight end, is pretty fast. Oh, he looks really good too. Well, he's not a very good blocker. We'll take him, I think, 2nd round, I guess. Let's just go with the running back because I'm curious what his speed is going to be. Oscar Scott out of Ohio State. Not going to be good, not going to be worth it, but let's do it. Because I don't know what else to do. He does have hidden dev. We'll take that. 94 speed. Really? A 4.28 at his pro day is only 94 speed and 91 excel? Whatever. Oh, there goes Harold Bassey. I wasn't going to take him anyways, but still. And I think the tight end I wanted is gone too. Damn. You hate to see it. Not that either of them would have gotten any playing time throughout the rebuild, but still. I guess let's go with Grant Jacobs. He's the fastest linebacker. Oh, he's so bad. F pursuit. Let's not go with him. Let's go with, I think Marcus Luther was the fastest. Yeah, fastest defensive tackle. He doesn't look that good. Well, his ratings are pretty good. Just not very strong, but he is fast, so let's take him. Hidden dev again, only 78 speed, but that's good for a defensive tackle, and was the fastest defensive tackle possible, so I really couldn't have done anything else if I wanted a defensive tackle. And now, last pick that I'm going to show, there was a really good-looking safety that was supposed to go later. I hope he's still available. I don't know why he wouldn't be. Yeah, there he is. Owen Graham. Now that he's fully scouted, doesn't look as good, but I still think he's going to be good value here. Just not very good tackle or zone coverage. But he ran a 4.4 at the combine, a 4.34 at his pro day. Great strength. I mean, elite strength. If he had a little better zone and tackle, I would think he's, like, amazing. But he'll probably be somewhere around a 70-ish overall if I had to guess. But let's take him. Normal dev, unfortunately, and not as fast as I thought he would be. Really, a 4.4 and then a 4.34 is fucking 91 speed. 40 time is so confusing in this game, because even a 4.4 is better than 91 speed at 87 excel. I don't know, that's confusing. But with that, I'll of course make the rest of these picks, and I will see y'all for the draft recap. Okay, well, not quite an elite draft, but you know what? I took the fastest players I could, and none of them were as fast as I thought they would be, but like, the speed that was advertised should have been fast enough to make this team. Oscar Scott, like, I don't know, I thought for sure he would be a decent amount faster than he actually is, and better than he is, because he's only a 72. At least he is hidden, but like, still. That's not great. Marcus Luther is a 71. He's not too great either, or fast with 78 speed. I mean, that's fast for a defensive tackle, but we have faster ones already on the team. Owen Graham is the biggest surprise for not being good. I thought he would have like 94 speed, or 93 at least, but only 91. I mean, I guess he had like only great speed and not elite, but still. I mean, at that point, why even have the combine numbers if it's not going to mean anything and just the traits are? Like, I don't know. And then I just took a few more players for depth. None of them are good, of course, but they are here, I will say that. I don't know what the fuck just popped, but let's get into year number 3. All right, well, here's a look at the team heading into year 3 of the rebuild, or I guess year 2 of the rebuild, because year 1 was just seeing how the team would do, but we'll call it year 3. I don't want to complicate it for no reason, as I always do. But heading into the year, we have a 97 overall offense. So I don't know if we're going to hit a 99 again, but there is a pretty good chance. And if we do, it will probably be this year before the team falls apart. It's still crazy to me how much of a gap there is from the offense to the defense, but I guess we still have some good players on defense, obviously. You know, at least a lot of the players are developing into good players, so we'll take it. But like, are there any changes? I guess we have Kitchen instead of Isaiah Simmons, but it's gonna be like Devin White moving up to the second linebacker, or Trenton Simpson. I don't know. Oh yeah, and JOK we also added. And also Lane Johnson unfortunately retired, so it's just gonna be Ezra Cleveland there. We'll see how that goes. But that's all for us to look at here, and let's get to the midseason point of year number 3. Okay, well, we are undefeated at the midseason point of year number 3, whatever year we're in. The fact that the Panthers have a comparable record when we have a 10 overall better team is a little disheartening, but I mean, I guess we couldn't be any better. We're a 6-0, so we'll take it. Wait, you can like pause this right here and play it? That's weird. That's really weird. I've never done that before. I don't know why. It doesn't pause very well. It like takes a second to pause, but okay, I'm getting distracted. I don't know what's wrong with me. We have some re-signings to make here, and it's a lot of them. It said 28. It's gonna be like the majority of our starters, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to get all of them back, but we will try. It would suck to lose Micah Parsons, but to be honest, we might not be able to get him back. We could tag him, we'll see. But Lamar Jackson will offer 5 years, $229 million, good lord. And he does take it, thankfully. Tristan Wirfs, 4 years, $114 million. He re-signs to Kyle Pitts. We could do without because we don't use tight end much. I would prefer to get Micah Parsons back. 6 years, 200, that's so expensive. Oh God. 37 mil per year. I'm gonna cry. How about player friendly and then, no, we might just have to tag him. Wearing number 91 here for some reason. I didn't even notice that. I mean, Kyle Pitts is wearing number 83. It's just all weird numbers. God, who's the most important here? It's a good question. This might have to be the last season of the rebuild, depending on how we do in the playoffs, because this team is going to be awful next year. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just try to get Micah Parsons back. 6 years, $222 million, and he takes it. Okay, cool. And now we have $18 million to work with. That's going to be good to get probably absolutely nobody here back. Maybe Ed Oliver, 3 years, $54 million. He does re-sign, and then that's all we can do. So we're possibly going to be losing Kyle Pitts, Chris Lindstrom, Jalen Waddle, Andre Sisco, Tyler Linderbaum, Jamison Williams, Montez Sweat, Tariq Woolen, Marquise Brown, Daxton Hill, Christian Watson, Devin White, Brian O'Neill, Ezra Cleveland, Milton Williams, just to name a few, you know, no biggie, which is, I guess, what the world has been since 1997. But anyways, let's get to the end of the year and we'll see what happens. Okay, well, something interesting happened this year. We'll say that. I just wanted to build suspense. I'm not gonna plug anything. Just kidding, I am. Be sure to like the video. It helps out a ton. It takes you like 2 seconds. Do it right now, or else. But we're up to a 91 overall, and that's before I've spent all these upgrades, which I will in a second. But if you couldn't already guess, for I think the first time ever, we have gone 17-0 in a rebuild. It only takes, you know, a 91 overall team, but we did it, and I won't complain about that. And it's probably even a couple overall better after we spend these upgrades. We'll see in a second. Maybe just one overall better. We'll see. Or not better at all. I don't know. Okay, we do go up to a 92. So yeah, 99 offense, and then I don't know, probably like an 85 defense. It says 92 right there, but that's another glitch. Sometimes it just shows the team overall as the defense overall. Yeah, it's an 85 defense. So we're looking pretty good, to say the least. Literally couldn't be better. But for season stats, Lamar Jackson, 4,100 yards, 40 touchdowns, 5 picks. It's going to be so fun when we lose the first playoff game. It's going to be great. 75% completion percentage, though. Jonathan Taylor with 2,000 yards, 6.8 yards per carry, 19 touchdowns. That has to be a record for like most average yards in a season based on like 100 minimum carries or something, or 200, I don't know. Tyreek Hill with 1,600 yards and 21 touchdowns. Obviously not much receiving outside of that. Only 300 yards for Kyle Pitts. I mean, that's valid. I mean, that's about what he'll probably finish with in real life this year, and that's probably what he would do on the Dolphins, because neither team would use him. And then blocking was obviously very good too. Was Brian O'Neill our right tackle last year? No, it was Teron Armstead. What happened to Teron Armstead? Did he retire too? He must have. I didn't even notice for some reason. Oh well. Now that I think about it, I probably should have put Tristan Wirfs at right tackle because that's where he has more experience in real life, but he allowed 1 sack from left tackle, so I'm not going to complain about that. And Ezra Cleveland, of all players, joins the all-castration team. I thought he would suck. Most of the time he does suck in this game, but surrounding him with an amazing offensive line, he actually is the best player out of any of them, other than maybe Wirfs. And then JOK led the team with 104 tackles for loss, good amount considering our defense wasn't on the field much, and sacks, 17 for Parsons, 13.5 for Oliver, 12.5 for Sweat, and interceptions, again, not many, 2 for JOK and Tariq Woolen, and then 1 for a few players. So that's what, 8 total? I mean, we don't have the best secondary in the world, but still, it's going down 1 every year. We started with 10, I think we had 9 last year, and now 8. So we're getting worse every year for interception. But MVP still does not go to Lamar Jackson. It goes to Joe Burrow, Lamar at number 3. You hate to see it. Jonathan Taylor up there for MVP at number 10. Only has to have 2,000 yards to be even considered for MVP and still only comes in at 10. Yeah, that's about right. That's about realistic. And Tyreek Hill wins Offensive Player of the Year, even though Jonathan Taylor had 2,000 more yards, but okay. Lamar at number 6. And Defensive Player of the Year finally doesn't go to a division rival. It goes to Myles Garrett. It looks like Von Miller did retire, I'm guessing, finally. Micah Parsons at number 4. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Mitchell Starkey. I think that was a tight end. Oscar Scott at number 6. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Travis McCollum. Has a tight end ever won Offensive Rookie of the Year? That's actually a good question. I'm sure one has, maybe in like the 1940s, if like Rookie of the Year even existed. No, it was probably like a fullback or some stupid shit, or like a kicker or something. I don't know. Oh no, it wasn't a tight end. It was the QB. I swore there was a tight end with the last name Starkey that had that exact face. And they have Russell Wilson making God knows how much money as a backup quarterback. They also have Gardner Minshew, my favorite player ever. They actually do have my 2 favorite players ever, or 2 of my 3 favorite players ever as their 2 backup quarterbacks. But anyways, this is gonna be the last year of the rebuild. No matter what happens, going out with a 17-0 season is pretty crazy. We obviously want to pull off the, 21-0? 20-0, whatever it would be. Yeah, I guess 20-0. So we'll see what happens. Is it possible to pull off a 21-0? I guess you would have to have like multiple 7-0 or 17-0 teams and end up as the wild card to play the extra game and then win the Super Bowl to finish 17-0. So I guess it's possible, but considering there's never been a 17-0 team, not likely, believe it or not. Why can I not spend the upgrades? Okay, there we go. But we're going to be taking on the 9-8, 82 overall LA Chargers. We're going to lose this game. I already know it. We had the best offense in the NFL and the second best defense. I don't know if our defense should have been as good as it has been throughout the rebuild, but our offense should have maybe been better. I mean, 33 points per game is pretty ridiculous, but we should be at like 40 or something with how good it is. Like, it is legitimately an all-pro offense all the way through. But anyways, I mean, shit, there's not really much else for us to do here. I'm scared to simulate this game, I'm gonna be honest. But let's see if we can take down the Chargers. Oh god, we're gonna lose. Okay, we do win. We win 42-23. We almost double their score. Thank God. Upgrade for Jonathan Taylor and Marcus Luther. We'll take that. Marcus Luther King Jr. I don't know. And we're going to be taking on the 11-6 Jacksonville Jaguars. They have the 9th best offense and the 9th best defense. They're an 84 overall team. 84 offense, 84 defense. They love matching numbers, I guess. But we are better than them. We have a 15 overall better offense and a 1 overall better defense. 8 overall better team. Let's see if we can get a win. Who is the better Florida team? Us by a mile, but will we win is a different question. The 17-0 92 overall Miami Dolphins lose at home to the 84 overall 11-6 were they Jacksonville Jaguars. I should have just force wind that now that I think about it, because it's gonna be probably an 82 overall in the Panthers versus an 84 in the Jaguars. I love this game. It's really well made. Yeah, the Panthers are an 82, so we are 10 overall better than that team, and we are sitting on the couch at home. I love this game. And the Panthers beat the absolute shit out of the Jags 34-17. I'm in pain. But that's going to be the end of today's rebuild, of course. I want to finish with a 17-0 team, even though we didn't win a Super Bowl. This team deserved to be 20-0, but a certified Madden simulation moment happened, and we lost, so sucks to suck, I guess. That's a skill issue, and I should have built a better team. I don't know. I guess I didn't do much building here. This is mostly just the team we started with, but we kept it together. But thank you all so much for watching. Again, 1,500 likes, and I might do something similar to this, or whatever challenge you want me to do. Let me know what you want to see down below. Again, be sure to subscribe if you want to see more Madden rebuilds, because that's literally all I do, and we are very close to 20K. But thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed today's video, and with that, I'll see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.